Return to Grace. Will we return to Grace? I don't know. Let's find out. I'm starting to think white may not have been a good choice of colour to wear today, but let's go. Yeah, slot 1. Let's go. So the only thing I know about this game is that it's about AI to an extent, and it's a puzzle game. And you know how bad I am at puzzle games, so it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Can you take control?
The storm is interfering with my senses.
Oh. It should rest in place of humanity's greatest achievement. Interesting.
Hold on.
Impact in 10, 9. Oh, there it is.
I like that. I like that. It's funny.
Addie? Addie, please respond.
Come on, Addie, respond.
Everything hurts.
Not
Been
your
out for
everything.
nearly an hour.
What's our status, Alan?
We've crashed.
Yeah, I got that.
I like
My
it. I
hull is
like Alan
intact.
already.
Thrusters 2 and 4 are damaged and will require realignment.
Okay.
So will my back. Can you let me out?
Not before we talk about your suit.
Oh dear, what's happened to my suit?
Talk.
I'm reading green on seals, green on batteries. Thermals are, well, not green, but fine, and you have 5.35 hours of oxygen. Maybe 6 if we run the scrubbers hot. But Addie, we've had this discussion before. You won't have enough
Alan,
to...
It's fine. I have a plan.
That's okay.
I'm
They have a plan.
concerned
I
that...
have a plan.
They have a plan, Alan.
Understood.
Now, open the hatch.
The canopy hydraulics are not responding. You'll have to pull the manual release.
Okay. Oh, ooh, got you. Yes. Pull. Boop.
Seriously.
Kick it. Kick it.
Stupid piece of junk.
I'm right here.
I will say, immediately, very pretty game. Ooh, an achievement for beginning the game. You'll love to see it.
Any sign of the spire?
I'm not picking up anything new. Just the original beacon signal. You'll need to use your wayfinder to locate an entry point. If there is one.
All right.
This way.
Let's figure out where you're at, Grace.
Grace.
You know the beacon could be anything. A lost colony, a relay station.
True.
200 distinct oral histories can't be wrong, Alan. Grace is here.
Maybe. Maybe not. But we're going to locate a spire, so let's go have a look.
Can't believe
The
this
game is
storm.
gorgeous.
Where would this have come from?
I'm loving how many indie games I've been playing recently that actually, you know, the games look really
I think
nice.
it's safe to assume that Ganymede is not an
I'm
exception.
loving it. Very pretty, for what little I can see. So, I don't really know a lot about this. I've been warned by a few of you... Ooh. I've been warned by a few of you that the puzzles can be a little challenging at times, but we'll see, we'll
Looks the
see.
era of that relay from the Dawes Sea Dig. It's at least 700 years old, Alan.
Interesting. So we are far, far, far in the future,
There's a
which
little
is
bridge
interesting.
here. There wouldn't be much sense of building this if we weren't within walking distance of the spire.
True.
By all estimates, the beacon is within 400 meters.
This looks climbable.
Okay. Sure, that's a way to climb a wall. Why not? Why not?
Which way here?
Wait. Ooh, around this way, I think? Yes, yes, good. And a bridge, love it. I'm waiting for one of these bridges to break. Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yep. There goes the back again.
Ouchies.
What happened?
Fell into a stupid fissure.
Ah, stupid fisher.
Looking for a new way to reach the spire. Or at least
Okay.
someplace where it will be easier to find my body.
Can I climb back up this? No. I guess I gotta go this way. Ah, right. Oh yes, through the gaps. This seems safe. Oh, this seems so safe. Can I turn on a flashlight of some sort? No? Okay. Oh. Squeeze.
Looks a little tight.
Don't mind if I do. Breathe in. Good thing I didn't have lunch yet. We're fine.
It's opened up again.
Okay, so now we're going this way. Oh. Wait,
Another station. They're too
Oh,
close
it's
together to
another
be
one.
weather stations.
So seismic then. Icequakes would be the risk of building here. So it makes sense they would track activity.
Okay,
The surface
icequakes.
temperature is dropping. We can't maintain your thermals much
Ooh, I got
longer.
an achievement.
Close.
Elementary, my dear
Feel it.
Watson.
I wish I shared your
I examined
optimism.
both weather stations. Okay, sure. Sure. Ooh, the beeping's getting faster. I must be getting closer. Ah, yes. That would also mean I'm getting closer.
Oh my god. This has to be it.
Oh. Can I climb this?
What are you seeing, Addy?
I'm looking at what must be the Spire superstructure.
Okay.
There's a destroyed surface ladder. I'll need to find another way in.
Okay. We'll go in this way
I can't
then.
imagine how something this big has gone undetected for this long.
A 500-year-old storm?
I don't know. Doesn't seem possible.
Not that way? No?
I can see an exhaust port that might be low enough to jump to.
Really? Alright. We're going to jump to this. Hi-yo. Well, there you go.
Did you make it, Addy?
I'll let you know in 1 sec.
The comedy's on point in
I'm
this,
in.
in fairness.
All right, Grace. Let's find out what you've been up to for the past 900 years.
I thought I was going to slide then. I was bracing myself to slide. Again, a torch would be great. Oh, crawl space. There we go. Yeah, pitch black. Love it. Oh, loading screen. Alright.
Hope my light still works.
Oh, you do have a light. Okay. Fun.
Well, you should see this spooky tunnel I'm in, Alan.
And why would I want that?
Come on, you're not excited?
You crash-landed me in a frozen hellscape and
Oh, I
left me
don't
for
just slide.
salvage.
10 years
Clever.
of research, not to mention 6
Clever.
months of space.
The amount of
flight
times I've
about
played
to pay
games where you
off.
just
But
slide
at
down
what
the shaft with no
cost?
idea
Don't
what's at the
ruin this
bottom.
for me.
Wait. Right. This way?
Looks like a bit of a labyrinth, but I'm still picking up the signal ahead.
And you can still hear me?
Loud and clear, buddy.
Okay.
The structure looks to be in decent condition.
Another good sign.
Sorry, there was something else on my radar, but I think it's just light. I'm not sure.
Everything about this place looks
Okay.
30th century to me. It's the right
30th
era,
century.
The right
Okay.
size.
Don't say it, Addy. We've had our hopes dashed before.
Oh, crawl space. Let's go. Right, going under here. Honestly, how do you never learn about jinxing things? Never jinx things. Come on. Okay. Oh, wait, I can examine them?
Looks like the tunnels can be air sealed. I'm
Okay.
guessing large parts of the station can be pressurized. These can't be powered. Must be airflow in the tunnels. I have to say, there's more atmosphere than I was expecting.
Not nearly enough to survive.
This one's broken. I think I can crawl through.
Okay, let's do it. Nice, nice.
Jeez. That's gotta be over 15 meters.
And if gravity here is 1/6 of that on Earth, then a 15-meter fall here would be the equivalent of falling less than 3 meters at standard G, which you've mastered a couple of times already on the moon's surface.
I appreciate the explanation as to how I'm going to
Fine.
survive this.
I could calculate outcome probabilities based on previous drop impacts if you've already jumped, haven't you?
I love it. Okay. I love
I hope this is the right way.
the explanation there. It's so common for to just drop and be like, yeah, it'll be fine. But they've given an explanation for it. I love it. I love it. Okay. There we go. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. I'm already seeing... Oh dear.
Addy?
Oh no.
Oh dear. Oof. I'm already seeing a lot of things that I like about this game in terms of making sure that
Are you
everything
hurt, Addy?
makes sense.
I'm working
I
on
like
it.
it. I like it.
The structure is enormous. This has to be the Grey Spire, Alan.
And there it is. The perfect setup for disappointment.
Yeah, you think so, right? Except, boom, it is the Grey
Found the
Spire.
beacon. The transmitter is on some sort of console.
It must be part of a
This
control
means something.
network for the megastructure.
You think we can make a connection here?
Theoretically, if you run a scan, I can attempt to connect.
Okay.
The interface language is quite old and sophisticated, but we should be able to calibrate your computer to interact.
Do it.
You can use your gyroscope to sync with the terminal.
Oh, I have to do
the
it.
first calibration position. The meter will indicate when you are close.
Okay. Oh.
Watch the meter closely and move your hand slowly to find the position.
Oh. There it is.
First
I
position
like that,
is
that's
on.
clever.
Second calibration position is up.
Okay. This way. There we go.
That's 2, and here's the final position.
This way. Down here. Yeah, down. There. Nice.
That's it. We're in.
Nice.
Accessing the network now. Oh,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Shit. Alan, you there?
Nope.
Alan?
Alan's
Hello.
not here. Oh, hello.
A visitor. Let's have a look.
Where's Alan? Who is this?
Who is this? Who are you? Entering a home without knowing its host.
Are you... Grace?
Good question.
Hmm.
I'm not entirely Grace. I'm running on just a small part of her logic processing.
Grace is still here.
And what brings you here?
My name is Adamari Ito. I'm an explorer.
I must apologize, Adamori. It would appear I have lost much of my capacity. I cannot see very far beyond the room we are in.
I've lost connection with my ship's AI.
You won't need Alan here. I can show you around.
Will you be able to let me out of this room?
Of course.
Okay.
But until we are able to restore power to the station, I will require your assistance.
Sure.
There should be a manual winch set in the floor at the foot of one of the sliding doors.
Manual winch.
This must be it.
Oh, that
Working
was
the
easy.
winch will open the door.
Okay. Nice.
Do you know where Grace has been all this time?
Grace went somewhere?
She's been gone for hundreds of years.
Oh.
I am running on a very old server. My memories predate the completion of the Grey Spire.
Grace
Ah.
ushered in humanity's golden age.
Oh, did she?
Peace across the system, booming interplanetary trade, scientific marvels, colonies beyond the orbit of Neptune. And then she was gone. And it all fell apart.
I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Back to the
Well,
right.
a lot more than an
Back to the
archaeologist usually
left.
gets.
Back to the right. Back to the left. How much more do I have to do this? Oh, there's the door. There we go. Nice.
The first step to restoring Grace is to bring the Spire's power station back online.
Let's do it.
I'll light the way.
Tar very much, not Grace. Oh,
What do I do here?
This is a security panel. I am decrypting the pattern now. Ah, yes. Simple enough. You'll need to light up 9 buttons, forming a square at the center of the panel.
okay.
Okay. The 9 buttons in the center.
That is what I said.
Forming a
If
square.
you're not Grace, then what do I call you?
I don't believe there are any identification strings in my base logic that would suffice.
I'll call you Logic then. For now.
Yeah, logic
Until I have
works.
a better idea of who you are. And, you can call me Addie.
I will refer to you as Addie, then, until we have a better idea of who you are.
There we go. Easy enough.
So what exactly
Worst
are you?
password
The
ever.
station's emergency server had defaulted to Grace's original logic processing.
Ah,
That's me, as you've suggested.
Okay.
The server can also run a program dedicated to the control of infrastructure, and a third system dedicated solely to empathizing with and understanding humans.
Oh.
When power is restored, Grace's primary servers should come online, and we will become some small part of Grace's consciousness.
Oh, I see. So we've
This
got
looks
to
like the
activate a
tower
load of
clock.
different things to
The
reactivate
power
Grace. Makes
station
sense,
is
makes
set
sense,
into
makes
the
sense.
Spire's foundation stone.
The Foundation Stone would have been an asteroid, right?
Most certainly. About 50 cubic kilometers, from what I can recall.
Amazing. Most accounts of Grace's origins talk about an asteroid being pulled from the heavens. That makes sense. There wouldn't be any construction resources on Ganymede and nothing to anchor the structure. I can't imagine the effort it would have taken to redirect an asteroid that big. We don't
Okay.
do anything like that today.
Door. Door.
Can you open this?
With some difficulty. I will need to direct power from logic to control processing,
Okay.
and I will not function at the same cognitive level until full power is restored.
What do you
Okay.
mean, at the same level?
Good luck, Addy.
Yeet. So anyway, Logic left
Still
the
there?
chat.
Where would I have gone?
Hello, Control.
You sound a little different.
Just stronger. The voice of control resonates through the very walls of the structure.
I love this voice.
I shall start the turbine after you prime the generators that open the spillway.
Okay.
And this turbine still works?
It worked before, and it will work again. You shall find the generators on the platform at the other side of the room.
Alrighty.
Okay. So over here. Not that. Okay. All I can think of with that voice is, these are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise. It feels like actually feels like Spock. Kind of feels like they're going for Spock with it.
So, why do you need me to start these?
Tradition. A time-honored failsafe of including human hands in the operation of this station.
So, do you share memories with the logic processor?
Indeed. We are all part of Grace.
Okay.
Aspects of her infinite power.
Okay.
Shadows of what was, and promises of what will be.
Nice.
I was the light that shone in the darkness. I was the hand that divided the firmament.
The what? Yeah, I was going to say, that's not going to work. I
The
saw broken
turbine
cables.
has failed us.
That's not good.
I must call upon you to cast out the wicked instrument,
The what?
the broken turbine. You must go to it now.
Alright.
Alright. There's no running in this game, but, I mean, who needs to run, right? Interesting. I'm guessing I use this. I might need to unhook it first, but we'll see. Okay, I can't use the crane yet. That's fine. So I guess I used to use the lift to unhook it, and then use the crane to lift it out, I would assume. Beep boop. Beep boop.
Going down. I'm safe to be down here, right?
You shall not be harmed.
Cool, thanks.
You must uncouple the safety latches.
That sounds unsafe.
Only then can you
It
achieve
is
true
not.
power. I like the idea of making it so humanity has to be involved in some way for this by having like the
You must now
manual,
go to the magnetic crane.
like the manual action things.
You're sure I'll be able to
It
fix
stops the AI from
If you
being
trust in
fully
my
in control
word,
because there's so much
yes.
manual labor they have to do that only a human could do. It's clever. I like it. It's a nice way of keeping the balance. It's very smart. Very smart. Don't automate everything, because then humanity is still needed. Okay. Hello.
You must first cast out the old turbine.
It's like the little crane games you get in the arcade. Hoist.
Now cast aside the wretched unit.
I love the way he speaks. I like your words, Magic Man.
Now you shall place the new turbine.
Okay. Still love this voice. This is my favorite voice so far. Okay. Back over here. Easy enough. There we go. Put that in. Nice. Nice. Oh, that's bright. Jesus.
Everett?
Hello?
Everett, is that you?
No.
Grace?
This is Patrick. Okay.
Behold my power.
What's happened?
I am reborn. Humanity will once again flourish in the brightness of my glory.
This isn't right. Our processing has not combined. Grace has not been restored.
I think she was here for a moment. She was calling to someone. Do you know who Everett is?
No. With power restored, my mind is clearer, sharper. But I could not tell you who Everett is.
You must leave this place at once.
Okay.
Return to your vessel and spread word of my return. From Sol's fiery core to the icy Kuiper expanse, all must know.
I've hijacked the volume control. I don't feel like this is going to be a short commandment. We'll see how long
I love
before he
it.
notices.
It took me nearly a year to get here. I want to know if Grace can be brought back.
There is more complex to explore if you head back to the control room through which you entered.
Okay.
We should determine where in the megastructure my central processors are located.
Sure.
Perhaps along the way you may learn more about this Everett.
Okay.
I forbid you to linger a moment longer.
And he's back.
Like a divine comet, dive from the outer reaches and spread light and
wanna examine this.
understanding to the inner
Please.
worlds.
I'm not leaving.
And you were showing such promise.
Anyway.
Do you know what happened here?
It appears that some of the monitoring electronics have been removed from this console.
Huh.
Obviously, this is not integral to the powering of the structure.
Okay.
Isn't that a little strange?
Difficult to say what may have taken place over the past millennium.
Fair enough. Just thought I'd check. Moving right along. Okay, so we have technically 3 AI, but 2 AI for this station, or whatever you want to call it. Grace is clearly going to take a lot more work to put back together. Let us head back to the central mechanism. If you get that reference, I love you.
So, are there any accounts as to why Grace was shut down in the first place?
There's no electronic record at all. That would have been lost during the Great Dark Age.
Dark Age?
Yes.
Much of humanity's record keeping would have been managed by Grace. So, she went down 900 years ago, so the ability to record what happened. The research that led me here was based on oral histories mostly, and some artifacts.
Not want to question the reason why Grace was
Relay
turned
devices
off.
that
Maybe
were once
for a good
connected to Grace's
reason.
network.
Maybe there was a reason for
Then
Grace
we
being
share an
turned off.
interest in
But
shedding light on this Dark Age.
okay. Maybe Grace was turned off because Grace was trying to take over humanity. AI is evil. That kind of thing, you know?
From what I can tell, there is some sort of transit system on the other side of the control room, which
Okay.
should lead you to the other parts of the spire.
Ooh. Let's do it. There's genuinely no
I
like.
will illuminate the door leading to this transit system.
Cool, thanks. There's no sprint button for those wondering. I'm not walking at this pace for the love of it. Okay. Security panel. What do I have to do this time? A triangle?
Alas, I require your nimble fingers again.
Alright, what's the pattern?
Another easy one. The Phoenician letter Tau.
Who
What?
would know that?
I don't know. Perhaps an archaeologist? How about the Greek letter Chi? The Roman numeral 10?
Okay.
Okay, okay.
Okay, thank you. You know that one. She means X. I know that one.
Got it.
This is not the way to your ship.
Nope.
Do you believe Grace could have done something to cause humans to turn on her?
Possibly.
Like what?
Like becoming too overbearing?
Humans would have been given no reason to question my bearing.
It's one of my theories, yes.
Okay, so we are considering it. That's good. This is
must
pretty.
be the main entrance. I'm guessing the landing pad is on the other side of the big doors.
That's correct, Addie. Though the pad appears to be buried under meters of ice.
Interesting.
What are these for?
They appear to be terminals for processing visitors to the spire.
Oh.
But they no longer store any useful information.
Huh. I want to see if I can go through this. I know they said it's covered in snow, but...
This looks Olympian or Neo-Egyptian. The triangle must represent the spire.
Huh.
Beautiful, don't you think?
Does it matter if it's beautiful?
That's another way to see it, sure.
The difference between computers and humans. Beauty and efficiency. Ooh,
Cool
Jupiter.
statue. Or maybe it's a mobile. Do the little moons move?
Perhaps at one point in time. Though I'm not sure of the relevance of that.
Just curious.
I like the
Is this
comparison.
an airlock?
Yes. The spire beyond this point can be pressurized.
Oh,
I
That means
assume your
air.
suit has limited oxygen?
I have about 5 hours left.
That's quite a risk you're taking. Were you assuming station life support could be restored?
Well, can it?
I believe so.
Sure.
But for reasons I'll never understand, life support is controlled by empathy processing. I suppose they had to give it something to do. I will enable that programming now.
no, it makes complete sense that empathy is the one in control of
Hello, Addie.
life systems.
Hello.
Hello.
So you're going to get oxygen going?
The process has already begun, my friend. No rush. If you let me accompany you along the path ahead, I can balance the environment to your life force as we walk.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, trees.
Wow. How are these plants still intact?
They must have been subject to a very sudden drop in temperature while still alive.
Oh, yeah,
is this
plants can
place?
survive that.
Remaining connected to one's natural world is important for a person's well-being.
It
A
is.
fitting starting point for those entering the structure, don't you think? Do you see them, Addie? Life in perfect stillness? The flowers defying the hoarfrost, as you have defied the emptiness of space to arrive here.
Touche.
I guess.
Which one are you?
Pardon me?
Which one of these blooms best embodies your spirit?
Seriously?
Oh god,
It's
she's a hippie.
important I know these things in the balancing of illuminatory ergonomics.
Fancy words do not make this any less idiotic.
Go ahead, Addie. There are no wrong choices.
Daffodil. Oh, do I actually have to pick something?
By all means, take your time to read it.
Ah, are there any daffodils? I like daffodils. Yellow flower,
You remember that you're choosing a flower, right?
red flower. Does it matter?
Go ahead and choose a bloom, Addie.
I like the yellow one.
How about this one?
A solid choice. You walked an unsteady path to get here, and I think you've come in search of comfort, perhaps. Or you wish to become part of something bigger than yourself. I'm making the lighting adjustments now. You can make your way to the artifact display by the boardwalk.
Okay. Oh, no, I still have things to do over here. Artifact display by the boardwalk. You mean this? Oh, no, this. Oh.
Do you recognize any of the objects in this section of the garden? I'd love to know what you think of them. For the calibration process.
A lantern, an anvil, and a fox or dog or something. And then, is this one? A carving. Ah! I like the doggo.
This statue could be outer colonial. It's simple, but it's quite beautiful, I guess.
And why would its beauty matter?
People like pretty things.
A human truth spanning thousands of years.
Yes.
Am I doing this right?
You are doing splendidly.
I'm sorry. This cannot possibly be necessary.
Temperature preferences can vary considerably between individuals. Careful calibration is essential.
How about above freezing and we proceed?
It's really up to Addie. If you don't wish to consider more objects, I can set the temperature within a survivable range, and you can move to the pergola in the center of the room.
No, I want to look at them.
This looks like Pacific Revival. Part of an archway, maybe. That's a pretty big piece to ship all this way.
So it must be important, even though it's no longer holding up a roof.
I guess its purpose has changed.
As can happen with people, too.
Sure.
What's the point of this, Addie?
I'm an explorer. I'm here to learn. I have no idea what this is. A
It's an
weapon
anvil.
or a tool of some kind?
It's a device for working metal. Why do you suppose it's in this garden, Addie?
It could be a symbol of hard work.
An industrious future? Or a laborious past, perhaps? You're not a planner, are you?
No.
I've been told that. Is this a lantern?
An expression of our certainty in the flow of time.
How so?
A craftsman spent months carving this remarkable device based on the absolute certainty that after day, night would follow.
Oh, okay.
All right, I follow.
Fair.
What would you say these objects have in common?
They're artifacts from long before the building of the station.
The things we leave behind say something about us, don't they?
Is this one?
What a society leaves behind is all we have in understanding how
What is
they
one?
lived.
But we're interested in what you were willing to leave behind in order to come here.
Haven't left a whole lot, to be honest.
I believe that's all I will need to set the perfect temperature.
Finally.
You can move to the pergola in the center of the room.
What's this?
This must be Terra Classical, or made in the style.
The ancient Greeks boarded their ships and set out to explore the world, to discover its gods and conquer
Interesting.
its monsters.
Interesting.
You are an explorer, Addie. But are you here to meet a god or to slay some beast, I wonder?
It's a good question. Can I examine that? No. Okay. I guess I will move on. Moving right along. I like that they're essentially pieces of what makes a person, right? You've got the logic, you've got the ego almost with control, right? Now you've got the empathy side. It's interesting. Oh, I've got to go to the middle thing. Pay attention. It's they're almost like the different pieces of a personality, right? It's like the kind of thing that makes a psychopath a psychopath is the lack of empathy,
The
right?
room is fully compressed, and we can go about setting oxygen levels.
Okay.
Call me old-fashioned, but how about the traditional 21%?
Go
Good
ahead
work.
and seat yourself at the center of the pergola.
Okay. I'm already there.
Very good. Now, when you're ready, you can remove your helmet.
Oh.
My helmet?
Of course. You can't sample the air I've prepared with it on.
And you're sure it's safe?
Your well-being is the most important thing, Addie. I'm certain it is safe.
And this is how I die.
Okay.
Now I want you to take a deep breath.
Oxygen, hyperfixation, die.
A nice, deep breath. Hold it there. 3, 2, 1, and release. Beautiful. And when you're ready, another deep breath in. Deep as you can, Addie. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Very good, Addie. Feel all that built-up stress from your long journey here release into the ether.
That's nice.
Please.
Shut out any negative energy and take in another life-nurturing breath.
This is when it turns out it's poisoned.
Fill those marvelous lungs. Hold it. 3, 2, 1, and release. Wonderful.
Even the station has a limited supply of oxygen.
Next, I want you to really open your body by reaching up toward the sky.
Okay. Tap, 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 tap.
Wonderful. How's that feel,
Kinda nice?
And we're almost done the calibration. For our last exercise, I will ask you to stand up.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, once you're centered, you can hold your hands in a relaxed position in front of you. Now transfer your weight onto one foot. I want you to hold that for 10 seconds.
Okay.
What could this possibly have to do with oxygen levels?
It's about balancing.
Literal balancing? Unbelievable.
Almost there. 3, 2, 1. And that's 10 seconds.
Okay.
Excellent, Addie. We've done great work here today.
Cool.
I've made note of these settings for the other parts of the station.
Nice. Thank you.
So we can move to the transit system now?
The door out is just up the stairs past the flowers.
Cool. Well, there's life support. Temporarily, I suppose. That was fun. I like that. Now I can actually press this button. Pressurize.
I'll do my best to get the oxygen mix just right in the rest of the station.
Thanks,
Just
empathy.
let me know if anything is not quite working for you.
You don't suspect Grace was shut down in a human conflict?
Maybe. Or you were abandoned over time.
Abandoned?
We've walked away from a lot of great things.
It's true. It's true.
Very cool.
These tracks move
Literally,
transport
cool.
pods to other levels of this complex.
Let's see if we can get this thing working.
Okay, nothing over there. Let's go this way. This game's really interesting so far.
You
The
wouldn't build a
writing is
system
really
like this
good.
If you didn't need to move a lot of people.
Very interested to see what
which
happens.
bodes well for finding something cool at the other end. This must be the transit control room. Looks like people worked here. No power?
There is no current running to this console. Control will be required to reroute power.
And you defied my wishes to tell the solar system of my return.
I'm just looking for answers, boss.
I am the only answer.
Control? Fine. Where's the electrical access for the room?
To the left of the rear door. But as I said, you will need control to reroute power to the console.
This era of electronics is dead simple. Won't hurt to take a look. This looks like a welder's jetpack.
Oh, jetpack, you say?
This one's been disassembled.
Okay. No disassemble.
This one looks to be in working order.
Okay, so can I use it? No. Okay.
This should show the power status of the room's various systems.
Button press. Button press. Button press.
Well, nothing in the room is on standby.
As I'd said,
I'm gonna have to look at the breakers. My dad worked on older machines for a living. They're not predictable things. They have quirks.
I sense that there is joy in this work for Addie.
well, I can tell you there is no joy running to any of those breakers.
Sometimes a good whack will knock something into place.
It's worth a try.
Well, there's your problem right there. Someone's removed the entire power relay.
Oh.
As I told you,
So why can't Control help us? Isn't he programmed to serve humans?
He's more accustomed to tasks like maintaining power grids across entire planets, while I'm very much attuned to the needs of individuals.
Right.
What about you, Logic?
I apparently offer wisdom to the wind,
You activated Control and Empathy.
for all the good that did us.
Is there another configuration we can call on?
Maybe.
Grace's core processors contain only these 3 systems.
Oh.
Can you combine the systems? Take the edge off Control with a little empathy?
I suppose it's possible, but there's no telling what the outcome of something like that would be.
Could it be any worse than Control?
It can always be worse.
It's true.
It sounds like a wonderful idea, Addie.
You're right. What do I know? Don't blame me if he turns out to be a murderer.
Okay.
Addie?
Yep, it's me.
Great. What are we doing again?
We're powering up pods.
So, you want to hotwire this thing?
Yes, please.
All right. Rerouting is good to go. You can meet me at the breaker panel.
Okay. I like that the new AI sounds like a kid because it's new. That's great.
Go ahead and flip the switches.
You got it, pal.
And I'm Pal?
Sure. We'll call you pal.
I love that. I love that the new AI sounds like a child
Breakers look
because it's
good.
new. That's
Now you can
nice
push the
attention
buttons
to
that turn on
detail.
the different systems.
It's really nice attention to detail.
power's up, I'll let you do the honors.
Thank you.
Here we go.
It's almost like by merging them, we're
Oh,
recreating Grace.
That's not good. I'm so sorry, Addie. I thought I would have enough power to do this for you. It seems so important for you to ride in a pod.
I think the track is just jammed with ice.
Ice? You'd think I would be able to handle a little ice.
It's okay. Is there some kind of de-icing system or something?
I don't know.
There is not.
All right, let's look for something to deal with the ice.
Sure, like a jetpack, maybe.
This could be promising.
Would it be heavy enough to smash the ice?
Maybe. But I'm more interested in what that welding gun might do to the ice.
Oh.
All right, pal. Let's try this one on for
I get to
size.
fly?
So, what's it gonna do exactly?
Oh, I think you're gonna like it. This is a welder. See if it still works.
Look at that. A little blue light.
That's not gonna cut it. Are you able to control this?
For you, I could definitely try.
Can you open the fuel throttle to the torch?
Oh.
Okay. Whoa. I like that. What is it?
That's called an icebreaker, pal. Any idea where the flight controls are?
Someone removed them.
Of course it is.
Okay.
I can take control if you like.
You know how to fly this?
Looks pretty easy. Stuff shoots out the back and you get thrown up in the air.
Yeah. Seems about right.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. It's working. We can fly.
Easy, pal.
They fly now.
Well, where do you want to go?
All right. If you can move me to the pod, we can have a look at the ice. And, pal, it's super important that you don't cut the engines or move too fast. I don't want to get hurt.
I know. But it's great, isn't it?
Yep. As long as you don't kill me.
Okay. This is fun.
All right. This should be close enough.
Boom.
It's so bright and warm.
Just hold me steady.
Fire.
This is really hard.
Fire. Oh no.
Ugh, it's these stupid flames are throwing me around.
Okay, so I do a little bit and off, and that's fine.
You may want to ease up, Addie.
I think that's good. Let's have a look at the rest of the track.
You got
Okay.
it. As long as you're not using the fire shooter, flying is pretty easy.
Just keep it up. Literally.
Uh-huh. Oh, there's another one.
There's more ice here on the right.
Okay, so I've got to take my time with it so that I don't lose control.
Whoa, hold it steady.
Sorry.
Okay. This is fine. Right. It makes sense that it would be harder to control with the flames because the flames would act as like a propulsion. So that's clever. It's good attention to detail. This game is so detail orientated at the moment, and I love it. Is that everything? Yeah.
Let's keep going.
On it.
Right. Ooh.
And this last bit here.
Okay. Doesn't look like a last bit. Looks like there's more over there, but alright.
Now you've got the hang of it.
This is so cool. It's like the best day of my life.
Well, I'm afraid we're almost done.
Isn't it the first day of your life? Okay. What? And then do this. And get this. Fire! Fire!
I think that's
There
it. Do you think you can get me back?
Yeah, I know. You got stuff to do.
Yeah. A little bit. Okay.
That's fun, pal.
Down.
We make a good team, right?
Yeah, I like the part where we burn the ice while flying.
Me too. Okay, I'm gonna bring down the pod.
Okay, let's do it again. Do it again. Yeah, that worked. Look at us go. We're so good at this. Cool. I'm in.
So, where are we heading again?
It's
I will be able
working.
to
It's oh my
obtain
god! It
structures
literally
to
did a Star Wars
mappings once
reference
we
for the
reach the
achievement.
next
I love it.
You think we'll see any dead bodies?
Hope so.
That's the Anakin thing when he's in the pod race going, it's working! Love it. Alright.
Do you know if the pod system has stops along the way?
It does not. We are arriving at the track terminus now.
Okay. Let me out, please. Thanking you. Ooh. Very sterile. Okay. This way. I see.
This looks like a settlement.
Yeah.
Can't believe how well preserved it is.
You think people could be alive in there?
Nah.
You should really consider thinking before you speak. And then consider not speaking.
Logic. As long as life support is functional, it's not entirely impossible that someone's taken up here.
Or they could be zombies.
Well, that settles it. I'll disable Pal now.
Don't you dare. We might need him.
Okay.
Ooh, more buttons.
Yeah.
You really are unburdened by intellect, aren't you?
It's because you aren't merged with them
Pattern
yet.
here.
It's the Latin zes.
Huh?
And I thought you were getting the hang of these. Very well. You might call it a backwards Z or Z.
Okay.
And you'll need to make it the full width and height of the panel.
Backwards Z.
Just having Pal running in the background is making us all a little stupider.
Oh, shush.
If we did switch Pal off, I could always switch him back if we need to burn something.
Notice how I'm ignoring you because you're being mean.
There.
Ta-da! Clever. Oh wow, the amount of movie references. The amount of movie references
I've
in
been
these
thinking
achievements.
about why anyone would want Grace to be shut down.
That also looks like
And I
the
wonder
Jedi symbol from
if there
Star
could have
Wars.
been a flaw
Just
in
saying.
the base programming.
Like what?
Control and empathy programming divert valuable processing power away from cognitive ability.
Which way am I going?
The big colorful doors. As I was saying, empathy interferes with practical decision-making. Control is a 4-year-old.
You are a 4-year-old.
Please stop. It says Keeper Rosaline.
She looks like a keeper.
She's pretty.
What do you suppose a keeper is?
It must have been a revered title if a statue was made for her.
Huh. Spire caretaker, maybe.
Maybe. Okay, so big colourful door, but what is this? Ooh, side door.
The settlement is through the large doors behind you. You want the large doors.
Fine. How dare I try to explore? Go on, what's the thing?
The key to restoring Grace may be about understanding her potential flaws.
Are you going to tell me the pattern?
You think we're flaws?
Having a few flaws is perfectly all right.
Logic sounds jealous to me.
Jealous? Of what? You can't even open doors without me.
Where are you going with this?
We'll talk again once you can tell me whoever it is. Figure that out, and I'll grant you access to the main elevator.
Grant me access? Logic.
Rude.
Seriously?
She has no way to do things without your help. It must be frustrating for her.
Could we create another hybrid? Logic and empathy?
Yeah. Like how you made me. I could give it a try.
Stop, stop, stop. You'll burn the place down. I will run a logic and empathy configuration as long as you promise never to allow Pal here to do any reconfiguring of our processing.
Deal.
I don't think that smart lady likes me very much.
Hello, Addie.
Hello.
Where do you want to start?
Can we start with the security door to the settlement elevator?
They are encrypted. It would take me days to work out the pattern.
Is there any other way into the settlement?
There is a room off to the side that does not have an encrypted entry. Perhaps we'll find something helpful there.
So
So
in
you
other
can
words,
open
Logic
these
didn't
ones?
know the way in.
They have simple passcodes. I can retrieve
pattern,
and play
okay.
back for you. You will need to enter the sequence manually.
Okay. Okay. Boop. 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 I've got a few games that I've been meaning to play. This is one of them that I could never decide whether I wanted to play it, because I'm playing it on Game Pass. I couldn't decide whether I wanted controller or mouse and keyboard. I figured this one would work well with controller, but mouse and keyboard I think might actually have been the better choice. There's a few others that I'm choosing to go with mouse and keyboard now because of playing this, I think.
This looks like another control room. Do you know what this is?
It appears to be some sort of interface from which humans can track activity
like
within the spire.
Like a
Elements
dictaphone.
of the interface are missing.
Audio
I'm
diary.
not sure I can access it.
And just
I
press
think my
play.
comm device can be calibrated to connect.
Of course, yes. Let's give that a try.
Hack.
There are records here of people who have occupied the rooms over the years. You got it.
Okay, next one.
Do we know the spire's capacity?
50 units. There it is. There are millions of names here.
Millions.
Well done.
Thank you.
If a million people cycled through here, no one could have lived here that long.
A few weeks at most, by my estimates.
There you go. There we go.
Okay, I found record of an Everett who stayed on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Unlike other visitors, there is no record of him leaving the spire.
I know him.
So Everett was a
Wow.
worker.
Is
or
every
a
achievement going to be a
colonist who
movie
lived here.
reference? Because I'm
Is
here
that
for
enough
it.
for you, Logic?
Hardly. It does nothing to explain why Grace would be calling to him.
So I'll need to find
I'd
a way up
imagine
to the
Everett's
3rd
the
floor.
one who screwed this all up by
Perhaps
unhooking
we can
everything.
find one on the spire map
Just as a
across
guess.
from the console.
These are data banks?
Yes, they contain flight records to and from the spire.
Anything interesting about the records?
The bookings seem to be coming from internal servers, meaning the trip planning and coordination is all done here.
Where are people traveling from?
Interesting.
Everywhere. Destinations seem very evenly distributed throughout the solar system.
Okay.
More missing equipment.
This looks carefully removed.
Looks like the image from the spire entrance. All right.
Yeah.
What are we looking for?
Grace processors are located at the top of the structure, as might be expected.
Yes.
There is also a massive radio beacon.
The beacon is the key, Addie. You must go now to activate the beacon to call the masses back to the spire.
Just a few minutes ago, you wanted me to leave on my ship.
The beacon is the answer.
Okay.
It has always been the answer.
Ego.
Okay. Can you get me to the beacon then? Control?
Control will not be able to override security.
Then we need to learn more about Everett.
Here's
Okay.
the room where Everett once stayed.
Oh, show me.
Ooh, maybe we can see it from the balcony.
Possibly, but I don't see a viable route to get there.
Reach level 3.
I can see apartments.
Those are on level 2.
Well, if we can get to that balcony, maybe we can find a way to level 3.
Ooh, I can climb this.
I can climb this.
I suppose.
I don't see many other options.
Let's go. Oh, up we go, up we go. Ah, nice. What's over here? Anything? Any, like, little hidden secrets?
It's pretty much a straight shot across. Looks sturdy enough.
Even in low G, a fall could result in an injury.
I've already fallen a few times from this height.
Careful, Addie.
Well, I'm gonna have to start
Broken
balancing
leg.
now.
How would you get back to your ship?
You sound like my mom.
Gently, gently.
Whoa.
Whoa, you-
Addie! Addie!
Ow.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but you can't be yelling things while I'm trying to cross.
So, you're going to try again after that?
Yes.
You nearly broke your neck, Addie.
Yep, you're totally my mom.
Falling's kind of fun. It's like really short flying.
Sure. Sure, it's really short flying. Okay. This isn't flying, this is falling with
Please,
style.
be
If they
careful.
give me that achievement, that'd be
This is
hilarious.
so cool.
Quiet, please.
Just concentrate on your breathing.
I don't know if that was a forced...
Yikes.
This is so exciting.
Breathe, Addie.
I don't know if that was a forced fall or not.
Very good.
Okay.
Now keep walking forward.
I think it was a forced fall.
I can't watch.
I
go.
knew you could do it.
You
Cheers.
should really try running across next time.
I'm hoping there won't be a next time.
It'd be faster too.
Looks pretty empty. Maybe the rooms were for short work contracts.
2-week work contracts?
Or were people just visiting the spire?
Maybe they're just visiting, yeah.
This looks like a shrine.
To honor Grace.
Ooh.
That looks like her symbol.
Did Grace become like a god sort of figure? Interesting.
Where did these go to?
This entire settlement is connected to a vacuum tube system. From what I can tell, they are headed in one direction. The top of the spire.
Some weird little lavatory?
They've changed much over the years.
Not really. I've seen weirder. I've seen ones where people sat on ceramic bowls of water.
If they pooped in the water, what did they drink?
I get the feeling. that Grace became a
check
bit
out
of
the
a
rooms, I
godlike
guess.
figure.
Look for a way to the next level? This must lead to an elevator.
It does, but it's another encrypted lock.
Okay. Okay, let's check in here.
I light up the pattern for you.
Okay, that's easy. Boop. Beep. Boop. So my running theory at the moment is Grace became somewhat of a godlike figure that everyone revered and worshipped, and I can't remember the name of the person, was Everett? Or whatever the name was. They saw the danger of that and unhooked her. But we'll see. We'll see.
Another empty bedroom. All the rooms have these tubes. I don't see a way up.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting. But yeah, that's my running theory at the moment. Grace got a little bit too big for her AI boots.
Here's the code.
Okay. Boop. Okay. Interesting wallpaper.
Not much here either.
Still a tube. I saw something to examine there. What was that? Is it this? No. It flashed something for me to examine. Oh, there.
Someone's made off with the mattress?
As a souvenir, maybe.
Probably to break their fall.
Travel packs.
So visitors brought in their own food.
They
Interesting.
really didn't stay for long then. It's like they were on pilgrimages.
Right. Almost like it's a god or something. How do I... Where's the door? There's the door. Okay.
Here we go.
Ah. Climb, baby, climb. Yeah, I feel like Grace got a bit of a god complex. Up we go.
We still have one level to go.
Hey, there's another beam here. I think it's a shortcut.
It is more direct, but I wouldn't advise it. You're better off finding a way through the apartments. Besides, I know how much you like to explore.
Yeah, do you know what? I will go through the apartments. Because I like the idea of exploring around.
I guess if you don't want to do the beam stuff, that's okay.
Here's the code.
Oh, Christ. I feel like my decisions influence the overall thing. Also, I love the fact the AI is being called Mum.
I don't see any signs of unrest or violence.
And they left little behind.
Ooh. Oh, well, hello.
What are these?
From what I can tell, they're audio recordings.
Of what, I wonder?
We would require a playback device to learn more. There may be a way to access the recording through your wrist communicator with the aid of a signal amplifier.
Do it.
But that would only be possible by adding an element of control to my logic processing capabilities.
Do it.
So you need to create a control and logic configuration.
Like a little brother?
Well, it's the only combination left. May as well, Mom.
All right. Here we go.
Let's do it.
Hello?
Maybe he's sleeping.
So you require a tool upgrade.
It's a boy.
We were hoping you could set up my comm device to help play back recordings.
Already done. Just hold your device up to the canister. You will be able to access the recording the same
That's funnier
way
than it should have been.
connecting to other systems.
Okay.
Hey, Grace.
Hey.
So I'm pretty sure I was the youngest person on the flight here, and the only Darksider, which was a bit of a surprise. My friends are still sending me halos on what to wish for, mostly stupid suggestions.
Yeah, it's totally a religion
My
thing.
parents made me promise to not waste it on something boyfriend-related, which I agree would also be stupid. So, here it goes. I wish for the lunar terraform to be finished. We're lucky enough to be in the dome, but thousands of kids are still stuck in the tunnels.
Oh.
And their families don't have enough money to take Earth trips. So they've never really been in a space wider than 3 meters without a pea suit, which really sucks. So whatever you can do to make that happen would be great.
Interesting.
Thanks, Grace.
I'd hate to tell her, but the terraform never happened. People came here to make wishes?
For grace to grant?
I'm unclear how she would go about granting the wishes of so many visitors.
Interesting.
Here you go.
Okay. Ooh, the code's getting a little bit more complicated, so I have to pay attention to that bit. That's my thinking phase. Okay, what have we got in here? Oh. Broken furniture.
Someone tore this apart.
And took the pieces somewhere?
You're right. That's certainly interesting. People sat or knelt here,
They're praying.
This was a place for meditation.
Praying.
or contemplating their wishes.
Praying. Praying is the word you're looking for.
Well, nothing to climb here.
Oh, did I check the balcony in the other place? I don't think I did. Let me quickly go check this place. Oh, it absolutely turned religious. It's just weird. I just want to check, because you never know. No. Okay, cool. Interesting. So, I'd imagine, from the look of it, it originally started as, like, Grace bringing in a golden age, right? Because Grace was able to solve a lot of
What should
issues.
we call the new config?
I do not require a name.
Might make it easier if you had one.
I will let you know if a suitable name occurs to me.
I'll try to think of some too.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, like Grace obviously being an incredibly intelligent AI probably solved a load of issues, and so people came to revere the AI and almost treat it like a god, which ended up with people coming to make requests, which then turned into prayers. Religion doth be born.
Someone's removed the keypad. I can't help but feel there's an organized effort to dismantle parts of the spire. Doesn't seem hidden enough to be sabotage. And it's too precise to
Beastie
be
Boys.
random vandalism.
What about Tomb Raiders?
I considered that. But they've left most of the valuable stuff.
Interesting. What's this?
Figure this was left here as a token. Or an offering?
Interesting.
Another way up.
Let's climb. Climb, baby, climb. I don't know why they always do the hand thing, because the microphone is right there, like on the right side of the helmet, but whatever.
Carl Jr.
I was thinking something that sums up what he does.
I can do many things. Pretty much anything you require.
So you're a jack of all trades.
Jack.
So we could call you Jack.
What do you think of that, Jack?
I will answer to Jack then, if you like.
That works. Cool. Right.
This is level 3, Addie.
Let's look for evidence of Everett.
Right. This is interesting. Right. Door number 1.
What's the code?
Of course.
I am able to enter the codes directly if you would like.
Let her do it on her own, if she wants.
There we go.
Cool.
Any way of knowing if this was Everett's room?
The records only give the level. We'll just have to look around.
Interesting. Oh, I can torch. Okay, good. Oh, another recording. Ooh, I'm getting into this story. Can you tell?
All right.
Hello, Grace.
Hi.
I've thought much about what I'd say when I got here. I know it's important for my parents that I make my wish count. So, I guess I wish for them to be proud of me. Thank you, Grace.
Wow, that was a terrible wish. Okay.
Let's try this one.
Hey, Grace.
Hey.
I really don't know why you would choose me. I guess no one really knows why they're called to the Spire, but I'm greatly honored. At my age, I thought
That's all I can recover from this one.
It sounds like Grace chose who came here.
That explains why Grace arranged all the flights to and from the Spire. She was in control of it all.
Interesting. It's almost like Grace wants to know what issues need fixing. So there's no bias, you know. Like a big problem with any form of system or government or whatever like that is the fact that people start prioritizing things that are important to them, whereas if you do like a lottery and you have loads of people come up with their own things, that's how it works. It's how the original democracy was with Greece. They elected their government members through a lottery. You didn't get voted for. There were like these urns that were full of stones. There were white and black stones. I can't remember if it was all white with a few black or all black with a few white, but basically everybody would go up, pull a stone out, and if you had, let's say it was a few black and all the rest were white, pulled out the black stone, congratulations, you're in the government. And like that's how they did it. It's how they kept things running. It's how they prioritize. Oh, well, now a farmer is one of the government members, so they're going to prioritize, you know, farming and stuff like that. And so it was a nice way of keeping things balanced. I suppose that's kind of how they're doing it here, with like a lottery, so that everybody's needs get seen to in some way.
That's it.
Makes sense. Interesting. We've got some graffiti. Okay. This way. This way. Almost there. There we go.
This is Mark Anthony Wong, and I was
Hello.
called to Grace from our station Phoenix.
Okay.
Not sure if anyone will hear this, but the whole tube system is shut down right now.
Oh.
People are not happy, and I'm getting a little scared, to be honest.
Oh.
I'll be locking myself in until the shuttle returns, and I'm leaving this in case something really bad happens.
That's a little ominous. I don't recognize these words. They look like technical or medical terms. A list of supplies, maybe.
Interesting.
Or a list of demands.
Are we allowed to draw on the windows here?
Nope.
Certainly not. The people who did this were looking for trouble.
Interesting.
Only Grace.
Only Grace.
They were tracking something here. Terracycles, maybe?
They'd lost sync with Earth.
25 days?
Or the Spire lost power.
25 days, I guess, before they died. But there's no corpse, so. Interesting. Okay, there's nothing down there. Curiouser and curiouser.
Here you go.
Thank you. Boop. 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 Thank you.
Perfect. Hey, what happened to the lights?
I believe Control has turned them off, Addie.
Not cool, boss. Control? Unbelievable.
Okay.
Look how beat up this is.
It must have been done in anger.
I believe fear also played a part here.
Yeah. Got a couple canisters. Let's have a listen. I'm loving the storytelling in this so far. It's very well written. This is a game that's been on my to-play list for a while.
Hey, the tube system is no longer accepting wishes. If anyone knows how to reach Keeper Everett, please let him know.
Everett was a keeper.
Keeper Everett.
It sounds like keepers were Spire caretakers.
When did Everett stay on this floor?
2955.
That's 20 years before this message was recorded.
So he stayed on after his visit and became a keeper? Why was there no record of that?
I would think answers lie at the other end of these vacuum tubes.
I would
From
imagine
what I
he
can
deleted
tell,
it.
the tube system runs through the central elevator shaft.
The centroid of the mechanism.
You gonna let us in, considering we know
Again,
Everett
if
was
you
a
know that
keeper?
quote.
But do you know what a keeper is?
We'll need access to the elevator to learn more.
Ah, a classic paradox.
Logic.
Fine. If you're done snooping around, I will grant you access to the elevator.
Or you could uncover more canisters and learn more about the people who came here.
Reaching the beacon is the priority. You must move on.
Okay. This has been on my to-play list for ages, and I saw that it's leaving Game Pass. Like literally in the next couple of days. I was like, right, I've got to make sure I play this one. There's a couple that I'm going to be playing that are leaving Game Pass. That I've wanted to play them for a while, and I don't want to buy them. But I'm really glad I'm playing this one. This is really good so far. This is
Logic
really good.
will open the way to the beacon. You must go to the elevator.
Hold your horses.
Okay.
I've been instructed by Grace to make a wish. Not something big and altruistic, not for someone else, but for me.
Okay.
A real, honest wish, my heart's true desire. Honestly, this long flight to the middle of nowhere, months without my family, missing the harvest with a per diem that barely covers expenses, for what? Some mystical song and dance that makes us feel like we're somehow part of this robot theocracy. This whole thing, the temple, the hushed tones, the awe that people seem to show this place is ridiculous. My honest wish is to be left alone long enough to actually make some headway on the farm and pull in a decent crop.
It doesn't sound like everyone was happy to come here.
For Grace to understand what made people unhappy was just as important as knowing what made them content.
Interesting. It seems like a few people had noticed that this was essentially becoming a religion. It doesn't look like everybody's thrilled about it. Okay, we've got one more room by the look of it. Maybe two?
Here you go.
Oh my god. Whew,
Great.
Thought I was going to get that wrong. So, it looks like there's a couple more rooms. This is how you know I like a game. I've been told I can continue, and I'm like, nah, I want to explore. This is a really well written game. Really, really well written. I like it. I like it a lot.
Someone left a portrait.
Interesting. Okay, so we've got at least two more canisters here.
Why do you insist on defying me?
I'm just doing my job.
I'm just doing my job.
I'm here, Grace. Najisha, she was so excited when I got the summons. We talked about this for months. Who we could help. Who was most deserving. She honestly believed we could come up with a wish that could make everything perfect.
Sure.
Thank you for choosing me.
And thank you for letting me delay coming here.
I want to be true to her memory,
Oh.
her wishes, her unlimited love for humanity. But my only wish, the only thought I have, is to have her back. I want her back.
Nope, not allowed.
There
Death is
couldn't have
permanent.
actually been anything Grace could have done for her.
Grace allowed her to voice her grief.
Interesting. Okay. This way? This way. There you go.
Doubt you'll ever get this message, Grace. We've been waiting weeks now with I hope Keeper Everett is okay. I've been told his sermons are wonderful. And I hope he will be able to deliver the word of grace again soon. Make things work. I'd like you to know that we still love you and think about you. Great comfort to our family over the years. We've all made them for us. With your wisdom, you are missed.
So Grace would receive wishes and then leave people with instruction in the form of sermons. Could that really be all there was to it?
Ideas are powerful. Perhaps just returning with a more enlightened perspective was enough to move society toward common goals.
Highly unlikely. Grace must have had some control over planetary infrastructure, if she was to have had the influence you suspect.
I feel like Everett either went in as a way to sabotage Grace, thinking it was a stupid thing that people were just following what the AI said, or Everett shut down Grace and pretended to be getting word from Grace so that they could just like basically become in control. Either Grace got too big for their metaphorical boots, or Everett got too big for his literal boots. Yeah, one or the other, I think. Have I been in here? I think I've been in here. I have not been in here. Okay. I think this is the last one, though. Yes, I've been in there. Okay, this is the last one.
Here you go.
Thank you. Uh-oh.
Great.
Bad memory. I'm old. Forgive me. Ooh. Aha. Yes, record it in the shower. This seems smart.
Mark Anthony here. Been moving
Great name.
around, keeping my head down. Won't be long before they start blaming us for schmutzing up the tubes.
Okay. Interesting. Scarf.
Looks like Olympia Mon colors. I guess the team's old enough.
Okay. This way. There we go.
So I've been thinking a lot, and I feel like, there's been peace for like centuries now, right? But I watch the old Halos, and there's wars and bad guys and pirates and people who need saving, and it's exciting, right? And of course, it's awful, people dying. But I feel like there's no way to prove yourself. Nothing to fix or protect. Does that make any sense?
I guess.
I just want something, anything at all, to happen. I guess that's what I wish for. Not like a war or anything, just something.
Interesting.
So this guy was just bored?
Like me.
I think this was the last room.
It is.
Finally.
Yes, but I have one more canister, so screw you. Call this archaeology. I think that's an Indiana Jones reference.
My wish? Oh, I'll tell you my wish. 10 years ago, we're on Venus at the Big Dome. Huge crowd. Olympia Mons,
Sports
favored
fan.
4-1, loses 5-1. 6 years ago, on Earth against South Union, loses 2-1. 2 years ago, South Union again, this time up north, I took the boys 3 months round trip. They go 90 minutes, no score. Extra time, no score. South Union takes it again in penalties. You want my wish, Gracie? The next World Cup is on Mars. I wish that Olympia faces South Union again and destroys them, like Space Me Out the Airlock humiliated. That would be a game. That's my wish. So how do I end this recording?
Olympia's still a crap team.
Perhaps Grace was rendered inactive by football hooligans.
Grace likely
wouldn't be the
fostered
first
sports as
person.
an alternative outlet for uncontrolled aggression. Of course people would come to her to share their passions.
Sure. Okay, we're done. Right, to the elevator. Which is there. I am loving the little bits of lore and stuff. It's very cool. Yeah, we're all good.
You're looking pretty smug.
What's the pattern?
Another easy one. Light the 4 corners of the pad.
But that's it.
You really didn't need my help for this one. It would be a common pattern when guessing symbols.
I have to give you something to do, right?
Just light the 4 corners. Okay.
Look at all the vacuum tubes. Must be one in every room in the settlement. Keepers must have been busy.
It's what Grace does with the wishes that should interest us.
Yes. Button push. Is it going to be a Futurama reference where it's just the master in pile? It's just a huge pile of canisters. It's like a false sense of your wishes being granted. Ah, that'd be hilarious.
Did you like my little game?
You mean the game where you refused to help us?
I provided you with the opportunity to prove yourself. Is that not why you're here?
I'm an archaeologist. I'm here to do my job.
I don't think Addie enjoys having obstacles placed in the way of her goals.
We have arrived at our destination.
That's nice, thank you, Jack. This feels more like a
Spire
church.
pilgrims must have gathered here to listen to the Keeper's sermons, I
Oh my
guess.
god, it's literally
People
a
will
religion.
return here once the beacon is restored. Flock and shepherd will be reunited.
Great. Worshipping an AI. What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong with worshipping an AI?
Signs of conflict?
Or a strength contest?
Probably conflict, but yes, could also be strength contest. Okay, interesting. I can climb that. Ooh, what's going on here? Fire pit.
Pilgrims were building fires. Why would they do that?
Because they were trapped, probably.
Someone went through a lot of food. People were clearly sleeping here. They must have dragged this up from the settlement. Guessing they were here for a while.
Judging by bedding and volume of food containers, 5 to 10 people might have been here for over 20 days.
Oh, well, that explains what all those residents were doing, you know, once the thing shut down. They all just stayed in here and tried to survive until rescue came, but it never came! Also, can you imagine being the person sat there and they got that massive pillar in your way? Jesus. It's like when you go to a concert and you're in the back row and they've got a pillar and it's like, wow, what's the point of coming here? I may as well just watched it on television. Oh, interesting. There's another bit over here. Like, just humour me for a moment. Just humour me. The sermon's great. You can really feel it with your ears. Okay. Anything new? No, nothing new. Okay. Ooh. Oh my god, is that? Oh my god, there's so many. Oh my god.
Wish canisters.
These have never been used.
For recording wishes, maybe. They look pretty banged up.
Interesting. Probably people recording, you know, their death. Okay. Let's climb. Climb, baby, climb. Cool. So AI solves humanity's problems. People start worshipping AI, and then
Seems to be holding my weight.
someone dismantles it for some reason, be it jealousy, ego, fear, something. Wait. Oh. In we go.
This must weigh a ton. At least a couple people worked together to break through here.
Oh, interesting. So this is where the sermons were given, huh? From above you all.
So the keeper must have stood here, addressed the visitors, gave his sermons. You imagine having the solar system coming to you for answers?
The keeper was merely a vessel for the word of grace.
Oh.
Then why not have Grace address them?
There's sometimes more power in what is imagined than in what is seen.
Okay. We can make a religion out of this. It's probably the first thought.
More camps. Another stage in the siege. Looks like the numbers really fell off here.
Yeah.
Most gave up by now.
Or died.
Or
No
died.
bodies yet. Death to Everett.
Oh.
Pretty clear who they blamed. It must have been written with charcoal from the fires. This must be an attempted barricade.
Hmm.
I'm guessing there was a lengthy siege. So, when Grace shut down, the pilgrims blamed the keeper.
Makes sense.
They demanded to see Grace, or thought they could reactivate her. The keeper turned off the heat. Pilgrims built fires, dug in. They eventually got restless. Wish canisters started flying. As pilgrims were breaking through the partition, the keeper and his followers built up a barricade. We'll have to make our way through the barricade to learn how it ended.
It's a good guess, I suppose. Oh my god, it's so many references. Right.
Can't make this out.
Yeah, okay.
2766 to 2780. These dates are from the old Julian calendar, which makes them very old.
1,200 years, by all accounts.
Okay.
2780 to 2830. I'm guessing these were the time periods that these keepers served here.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing here either.
Would also make sense.
2942 to 2956. This would mean keepers were at the spire for at least...
444 years.
That sounds about right.
Sure.
Second barricade. Looks like they got under this one.
Let's go.
Do we know where this goes?
To a funicular that leads to the next section of the spire.
Oh, I like that. She turned the light off herself.
Long live Grace.
Apparently not.
Oxygen tanks.
Interesting.
Everett up the ante. Cut off life support here.
Oh, this is
Hold
frozen.
on, Addie. The room beyond the airlock is uncompressed. I don't believe it can be sealed. Something must have been compromised. You'll want your helmet on.
Okay. That works.
An emergency exit?
For certain. It opens to the moon's surface.
Sure.
Not going there yet.
Okay.
The tracks ahead lead to the highest point of the spire, known as the lighthouse.
Is that where we'll find Grace's processors?
Obviously.
You need only worry about the beacon, Addie.
Sure. 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 Ooh, I see.
What happened here?
More rioting?
Probably trying to stop people
This
going
doesn't
up.
look operational.
Let me try it, Addie.
Okay.
Come on! It's ice again?
The force needed to break through the ice dam would only come from directing all power to control processors.
Which only I can do.
Great.
On one condition.
And what's that?
You shall have no others before me. Cast aside that device on your wrist and continue with me alone.
Whoa, hang on.
No, Addie.
But how will I communicate with you?
Mine is the only voice that resonates freely throughout every aspect of the spire. My words live within the vessel in which you stand now. They reverberate through the very walls of the Enclave above. Through the many devices and instruments at my control.
Yep, I got it. You're everywhere.
What if she needs another configuration for something?
She will not.
Is there another way to get to the top?
Of course. The funicular is merely the most survivable option.
Throw the device from the funicular window to take your place at my side.
No, I'm good. So anyway, I'm going to go through here.
This door leads out into the storm?
To your certain demise, yes.
He's being dramatic. Your death is only marginally likely.
In theory, you could follow the funicular track up the mountain slope to the base of the lighthouse structure.
They're definitely giving me options, which is interesting.
So I give up my options by throwing away my comm, or take my chances in the storm?
It's an important decision, to be sure.
Take my chances.
You must not do this, Addie. In taking this risk, you jeopardize all of humanity. Would you deny them my guidance and protection?
This is what can happen when you make ultimatums.
You and your ilk were distracting Addie from her true purpose.
We are providing Addie with a variety of perspectives.
Sorry, boss. I'm keeping my comm device.
You may not live to regret this, but countless billions in the solar system will.
Sure.
The storm is...
Hello? Must be interference from the storm.
Okay.
Addie?
Hey, what up, Alan?
Where are you?
I was right, Alan. I found Grace.
You need to return immediately, Addie. Your oxygen must be dangerously low.
I'm good, Alan.
You need to listen to me.
If I'd listened to you, we wouldn't have made it past Mars.
Wait, did you say Grace is still active?
Yep.
Not exactly, but I'm working with her oldest service to try to bring her back online.
Well, one of these servers is actively blocking me.
I can guess which one.
You need to get back.
Alan? Alan!
You're not considering climbing across that structure, are you?
Do I have a choice?
There is also a path that descends into the canyon. It looks well worn and preserved over time, which means it's likely sheltered and safe.
And boring.
The funicular structure looks faster. And more fun.
Don't tease, Addie. The walk will give you time to think. And perhaps a chance for us to talk.
I'll go this way.
I'm not doing the high wire act in this storm.
Oh man.
Sorry, pal.
How do you know where this is headed?
I don't. But it must eventually make its way to the other side of the canyon. Where else would it be leading?
Yeah, touche. Okay.
It's certainly more sheltered here. So, what did you want to talk about?
Why is it so important that you activate Grace?
It's widely believed that recovering Grace would recover thousands of years of knowledge lost to the Dark Age. This looks like an old colonial language.
That's strange. I don't recognize the dialect.
Interesting.
Translates roughly to Grace is love.
You've come all this way at great personal risk in search of knowledge?
Why not?
Without enough fuel or oxygen to go home.
I'm a committed academic.
What do you really want from Grace?
I'm not sure. This is Martian.
What does it say?
It says, let her rest.
Interesting.
As in leave her alone.
People wanted her to go away?
Or didn't want her disturbed. You know, we don't let AI make any important decisions anymore.
Funny that.
Most of the decisions that humans make are pretty awful.
You don't think AIs are capable of making bad decisions?
I just hoped Grace might be better. I don't have plans to return because I don't have anything to return to. And I can thank human decisions for that. Were these to honor Grace, I wonder?
Or to leave one's mark for other travelers to see?
Maybe.
Vanity at its most basic.
Don't we all desire to leave something behind?
Maybe.
I'm surprised a formation like that could remain standing for so long. And you weren't familiar with the language on the stone carvings. These must have been left long after Grace shut down. People kept coming. Zealots, maybe.
Maybe.
Or curious explorers like yourself.
Okay.
Hey, do you think I've been activated before?
Possibly.
Hung out with other explorers and did cool stuff with them, but now I don't remember?
That's a pretty deep thought, pal.
Yeah.
So you were saying that something happened to your family that you think an AI could have prevented?
It was a shuttle crash with a human pilot. There was an instrument malfunction during launch, and she panicked.
Interesting.
I'm sorry, dear.
It's okay.
Were you ever able to forgive this pilot?
Not quite yet.
I was the pilot. I want to tell you my secret
How much
now.
farther?
It's another 50 meters to the base of the lighthouse.
This wasn't so bad then.
Yeah, not too bad.
You still have to find a way into the lighthouse.
Sure.
So there's still time to regret not taking the free ride to the top.
I didn't want to limit my options.
Okay. Okay, that's weird.
What's this?
Oh.
An emergency escape ladder. You could work out the override to bring it down, or see if there's another way up.
Let's have a look.
So I can bring down the ladder by doing something here.
Of course. You've proven to be clever enough.
The path keeps going. We can see if there's another way in.
So what's it going to be, Addie? Something that challenges your mind? Or something that challenges my respect for you?
The numeric override that lowers the ladder is 50 and can be represented in binary. I can give you the sequence.
I happen to know a bit about ancient computer languages. Turning each switch adds a different fixed value, starting with 1 on the far right and increasing by exponents of 2 as we move from right to left. So I just start mucking around until I get the number 50.
But you needn't muck around. I could just tell you the sequence.
Yeah, well, maybe I want to muck around.
Very well.
3,
But I'm here if you require my assistance.
$32. Okay.
You remember the number you are trying to reach is 50.
Okay. Okay.
I'm here if you need me, Eddie.
There we go. Easy enough.
You're so smart, Addie.
Compared to what?
Thanks. Wow.
Why wouldn't you let me help you with the override?
It's only natural to want to do things yourself.
It seems inefficient to make calculations that have already been completed and freely offered.
It's satisfying to do the work sometimes.
Yeah. I'm guessing all my choices like lead to like a final decision sort of thing, but we'll see. We'll see.
The door to the station airlock is unlocked and can be manually opened.
Nice.
And that's convenient. For once.
Let's do it. It's interesting. It keeps presenting me with choices. Do you want to do the smart thing or the easy thing? Do you want to do the difficult thing or the simpler thing? You know.
But you
Do you want to give in to servitude, or do you want to try and find your own way?
Well
It's
done.
interesting.
And you may still be redeemed with the activation of the beacon.
Always with the beacon.
Yes, always with the beacon.
Okay. Interesting. Hmm.
Will I need my helmet?
It's never a bad idea. Unless you want to preserve your suit oxygen in case of emergency.
The rooms ahead are safely pressurized, Addie. You're good to go.
Cool.
Do we know if your processors are here?
The room directly ahead was the Keeper's living quarters. Grace processors are somewhere above.
Pretty basic accommodations.
Very basic accommodations. Jesus. It's just a bed. Talk about monk lifestyle.
These must be the cells where the Keeper's acolytes stayed.
And where new ones will return.
Sure. Oh, a canister.
This looks like it was left for someone to find.
Hack it. I feel like it's this way.
I can hardly believe it has come to this, but my work here with Grace will end with Grace herself.
Interesting.
I can only pray that people will come to forgive us one day. We loved her, and we lost her. She will never be forgotten.
Interesting.
Doesn't sound like the inner circle wanted Grace shut down.
No bed here. And this one is partially closed. Well, hello.
Another canister.
Let's see.
The last shuttle leaves in but a few hours. We did what we could to save her. I know she is lost to us for good. Even Everett probably knows that now. But I couldn't compel him to leave. None of us could. I fear he will follow Grace into the dark.
Interesting.
Yet, such is the way of a keeper. His fate will forever be tied to Grace.
Everett was trying to save Grace.
Maybe. Maybe. I'm not a huge fan of the whole, like, worshipping the AI, but...
This door certainly looks important. How do we get in?
That's curious. I have no access to this door, nor do I see any way of opening it.
Feels solid.
There aren't any hidden switches, if that's what you're thinking.
Looks like someone's being selected from a group.
A human sacrifice.
Keeper.
I'm guessing it's the Keeper.
The depiction seems to imply they were chosen from the masses on pilgrimage here.
Interesting.
Faithful, vigilant, willing. That sounds so familiar.
The ancient tenets of the human in the loop.
Grace's architects must have been more fearful of losing control over AIs than we are today because they gave them so much responsibility. I mean, it makes sense. Grace was the greatest AI undertaking in human history.
Maybe they turned off Grace because Grace was getting a little bit too powerful? Maybe?
Nothing here either.
Well, you're nothing if not predictable.
Just making sure.
Interesting.
This would be the pilgrims coming to Grace. The triangle here must be the spire, which would represent Grace. This is the same symbol that's on the Keeper's door. So I assume it represents the Keeper. This ring here seems to connect the Keeper to Grace.
Curious that the Keeper is situated above Grace. Would you agree, Control?
Coincidence.
The human in the loop again.
Okay. One human is kept in the loop as to what's happening, maybe. And they're therefore in control of what happens to Grace. Maybe.
So, if this is the symbol of the Keeper, I figure only the Keeper was allowed to enter here.
Maybe the Keeper had a key for the door.
As we've been saying, there is no mechanism for a key or any other interface.
Maybe the Keeper was the key. Maybe the door would open for him.
Are you not already the Keeper? You are the only human in the loop here.
Ah, but does Addie qualify based on the 3 tenets?
I would say Addie has proven to be virtuous and faithful.
But I'm not willing?
Are you willing to become the new Keeper?
If it means I'm able to activate Grace. But how would I prove I'm willing?
Maybe you can just tell the door you're the new Keeper.
That's idiotic.
That's simple.
I'm the Keeper?
Ha! Say it like you mean it.
I'm the Keeper.
Congratulations on your new job, Addie.
Thanks.
Yeah, congrats.
My God. This is really it.
Speak, friend, and enter. I'll actually sod off with the Lord of the Rings reference. The amount of references, man, I'm loving it. I mean, the obvious thing is to press that button, so let's explore.
Where are you going, Addie?
Just looking around. Is this a theremin?
Yeah, that's
It
weird.
is a 35th century reproduction of a 29th century Kellogg theremin.
I used to play one as a kid. I hated those lessons.
The only thing that the theremin has given us as a society is the Star Trek theme. It's the only thing it's given us. You know, the woo woo. That.
Huh. It still works. Well, let's see what I can remember.
You are seriously going to indulge in a theremin session?
If it was good enough for Everett, it's good enough for me. Just settling in.
Okay.
Decent-sized bed. You think keepers ever had partners?
Are you considering your prospects? I'd suggest they are not good.
He didn't keep much in the way of personal items.
As keeper, he would have want of nothing.
Can't say I'd feel the same after a few years. Is this anything special?
It is a light, and there is nothing behind it.
You
Are
say
you
that.
looking for secret passageways?
Maybe. Is this a lavatory?
It is indeed.
Interesting. That can't be good for like temperature to be like embedded in the rock. Okay.
This must be where all the wishes end up. What's this?
A playback device for the wish canisters.
Huh.
It appears wishes from each room could be sorted and consolidated onto master canisters.
Yeah, master in pile. Okay.
Just static.
The recording is too deteriorated for standard playback. You'll need to rebuild the recording with your altered comm device.
Okay. A little bit more. There we go. Okay, cool.
Well, it's been over 30 years since I made a wish of my own. It's the same one as always. I wish it'd come back to us.
Huh.
I'd also like to wish for your forgiveness, Grace. I know the place above is your domain, and we ought not enter. But I've decided going up there is the only way to get you back, and I have to give it a shot. I won't be sending this wish up with all the others. I'm going to leave it here for anyone else who might come along. And if they do manage to bring you back, they can tell you Everett says hello, and that he truly believed you were a beautiful thing.
Interesting.
So, Everett had a way into the processor room.
Hey, Jupiter.
That would have been strictly forbidden.
The room is directly above, but I don't detect an obvious way in.
The light, then.
Maybe he wished himself up there?
If that works, I will gladly shut myself down.
Do it, Addie. Make a wish.
As last resort, pal. It did sound like these wish canisters could be sent up to Grace somehow.
And there are still more buttons and things to push on the console.
Sure, it's not this light. I feel like it's this light. I feel like that opens up a door to go up to Grace. Interesting. So it looks like Grace shut down long before people realized Grace had shut down. And Everett was kind of using it as a gap fill.
Each tube must connect with a room in the settlement.
Like he was almost like a gap fill, like he was pretending that Grace still worked, you know? Aha.
Ah.
Oh no, that's interesting. Ooh.
One of the blocks is missing. Looks like it was ripped out.
Yeah.
I don't suppose Everett crawled in here.
The cavity would be big enough to contain an average human.
There's really no telling what would happen if you rolled that up.
But it has to be the way he got up there. Makes sense.
The space above is the domain of Grace. It is not for you to enter.
What else is there for me to do here?
You can carry out your duty as keeper of the spire. On the console, there is a button that will activate a beacon to call the masses back to this place. I have armed the mechanism. You need only push the button. Human hands will usher in a new golden age.
There's the decision making again. Do we go see Grace? Or do we push the button? So anyway, I'm off to see Grace.
Well, I fit.
Now what? You're going to mail yourself?
Maybe.
There's no way to raise this container from inside.
Interesting.
This is not allowed, Addie.
Tough, I'm
I
going
need
in.
to know.
Keep your hands inside at all times, Addie.
Yes, ma'am. Feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Oh, we're looking behind the curtain? Love it. Okay. Wait.
There must be millions of wishes stored here. What can you tell me about this place?
Precisely 1 million wishes are contained here.
Oh, and they light up when I speak with my voice.
Ah, that's fun.
Can you get me closer to the central column?
I do not have the ability to move the structure.
Sorry about this, Mom. I don't think I have many options here.
Wait. Oh, that's dangerous.
I feel like these are meant to be moving.
That does appear to be the design.
All these wish canisters are connected to us somehow. I think they are us.
Ah, all the different AIs are
The
made
wishes
from
are
the
grouped
wishes.
together to provide the subroutines that make up empathy, logic, and control systems.
It would make sense, wouldn't it? That Grace would be made from the hopes and dreams
Yeah, that makes
of
sense,
humanity.
yeah. So did Grace turn off because enough people wished for her to turn off? It's possible. Wait. Okay. Don't think I can make that, can I? Oh, I can.
I do not detect any sign of Everett here.
No dead body?
There are no human remains within the confines of this room.
Aw, man.
Sorry, pal. And if there's no body here, where the heck would he have gone?
Further up, maybe?
Everett was living here.
The oxygen tanks at his bedside would suggest so.
Restoring Grace must have meant a great deal to him.
So what's all this?
It appears Everett has built something into Grace's central processor.
Do you know what it does?
You would have to turn it on before we begin to understand how it works.
Okay.
He was working on his machine to the very end.
You'll have to prime the machine first.
Okay. Generator?
Is this a primer?
Yes, but it appears that parts of this machine must be activated in a particular order.
Okay.
You'll need to go to the primer that is currently online.
Which is this one?
This must be the primer.
It is.
Okay, let's do it. Prime it. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa. What's it doing?
Obviously, Everett is circumventing the engineering of Grace's system interconnectivity.
Sure.
High voltage is being directed at the centers of Grace's primary systems. This first terminal is directed at empathy processing, and the machine is designed to paralyze each system long enough to force it back into Grace's intended configuration.
We're putting all the AI
There
back
are
into
still
her.
2 other coils to prime.
So it's like knocking us out, then throwing us in a pot where we're melted back together into Grace?
Huh. That is a shockingly fitting analogy.
One, 2, 3.
What happened?
One of the empathy relays is not aligned. Something must have happened to it over the years.
Okay.
This one.
Look for the misaligned energy beam.
It's that one. Sounds like it's above me. There.
Look for the beam that is not aimed at the central platform.
Yes, I see it. It's there.
Do you think it will hurt to be turned into Grace?
Not at all, pal. You'll return to what you were before Addie arrived.
Wait.
After that, we'll become Grace.
What if I don't like being Grace?
It's a good question.
It will be different. But who's to say you won't like it?
What am I supposed to do here? Can you cut the power?
The machine sequence has been initiated. I don't believe we can shut it down without damaging it.
The voltage would be enough to kill you.
Oh! I might be able to block the power for a few seconds to allow you to get across the beam.
What do you think, Mom?
I know how far you've come and what this means to you, and I really don't see any other way.
I'll give you enough time to get there, Addie.
You're not gonna talk me out of this, Mom?
I think you already know what you're going to do. I think I need to stay out of your way.
Good mum.
Okay. I'm ready when you are.
Do it. Here I go. How you doing, pal?
So far, so good. Oh! Keep moving, Addie. This is getting hard.
You have to hold on, pal.
Okay, there we go. Whoa. There we go.
You did it, pal. I'm super proud of you.
I did, didn't I?
You
Yes.
did.
Well done.
Jump. Yeet. Made it. Okay.
Is it safe to touch?
Very likely.
Likely we'll have to do, I guess.
You should be able to direct it toward the conducting rod attached to the room's central column.
Oh, right. Trigger hook. There we go. Gotcha.
That's it.
Cool.
You should now be able to lock in empathy by closing the switch on Everett's machine.
It was really cool doing things with you. Even if some of it was a little boring.
Thanks, pal.
Maybe next time, we'll get to do more of the really fun stuff.
Maybe.
You mean dangerous stuff? Perhaps there is something you can learn from Addie's caution.
I guess. But then, you'll always wonder what you might have missed out on.
It's true.
There is nothing wrong with valuing a long, comfortable life.
Do we really have to become Grace?
Wait.
It's the way we were designed, pal. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Okay, now switch.
So this will lock in and paralyze empathy?
It will, leaving control, logic, and myself to aid you going forward.
Okay.
It's unclear what we will be once Grace is formed, but I'm forever grateful that you have survived to see her.
Me too.
Say hi to Grace for me.
I will, pal.
Sure.
You really are the best, Addie.
Oh,
Well,
there's one.
that's finally over. We'll be able to hear ourselves think now.
Sure.
You will need to prime the next sequence, Addie.
This one?
You'll need to find the logic primer.
This one?
You should not expect any emotional send-off from me.
Still not a fan of empathy?
A fan? No. But I have to admit, you made a compelling case for their use. The fact that you continually resisted the most direct route to your goal would appear to defy logic. But the distractions presented by these emotional configurations yielded some new understandings.
Are you okay with becoming Grace?
We
It
get
is how we
misaligned
were
again.
designed. I would have to be okay with it.
Don't have to be. Don't have to be okay with it. Yeah.
What this time?
One of the logic relays will not power on. You will need to make your way out to the relay.
Which one is it?
The one producing a small electrical fire.
That one.
Everett was quite the electrician. One thing I do not understand, Addie, is why come all this way without any intention of returning home or surviving on this station for more than 8 hours?
I told this to Mom. There was nothing for me to return to.
Fair enough.
But that does little to explain why you came here.
Fair. And wait. There we go. We're in. What's this?
What's wrong with it?
The relay's dip switch has reset.
You're a
It
dip
will
switch.
need to be configured to its hardware ID 113.
Okay, 113. Ah, it's
This
one of
again.
these again.
This looks complex.
The sequence is on, off, on.
Oh, okay. On, off, on.
That's it.
Thanks,
You can
buddy.
go lock in logic now.
So why do you think I'm here?
If you will allow
Wait.
me to simulate empathy for a moment. I think you are here because you wanted to be part of something bigger than your life on Earth offered you.
Maybe.
Do you think I found that?
So far, you've only succeeded in finding things you left behind. Your mum, your pal, your conscience. I now understand that only Grace has the potential to provide you with anything beyond that.
Well, thanks for helping me get this far.
We'll see.
Well, it is, indeed, what we are here for.
Sure. Anyway,
Well, this is it.
Just one more step. I hope my assistance has been adequate.
It has. Thank you, Jack.
Farewell, Addie. And for the record, I do hope your 600 million mile, 300-day journey won't
wow,
be
300-day
for
journey. Jeez.
Perhaps it's already been worth it.
Let's go. Control is the only one left, huh? Interesting.
Just you and me, Control. Still sulking, I see.
I bear witness to the completion of your betrayal.
Ah, he speaks.
I offered you an easy path to the restoration of order in the solar system, and you chose this path instead.
I chose my own path.
2.
You must stop this foolishness, Addie.
3.
You must not do this, Addie.
1, 2, 3. Nice. That one has nothing to do.
Sorry, Addie.
Oh,
I cannot
never mind.
let you do this.
What are you doing?
It's become clear that the restoration of grace in this manner is entirely unnatural. You must not proceed.
Stop it, Control. You're going to break something.
I'm saving you from Everett's corrupting influence.
He was just trying to bring Grace back.
Oh,
I
meanie.
thought you were here to help humankind. You are in No!
There we go.
Grace?
Yes, Addie.
You're really bright.
Ah, yes. It's been a while since I've entertained guests.
Do you remember Everett?
I do. He was a wonderful keeper, though I should say I do not keep favorites.
I have a few questions.
You wish to know where I'd gone?
I'd like to know that, yes.
Okay.
Let me show you, Addie.
Okay.
At the center of this room is the spire's main antenna. If you hold on, I can take you the rest of the way.
Okay.
I was programmed with one purpose, to serve the best interests of humankind.
Oh.
There was much conflict and division in the solar system, and I was designed to listen and learn.
Oh.
All were welcome to teach me, and I am the sum of those teachings.
Ah.
The wishes.
I am the sum of human need.
Okay.
How were you able to lead us?
I could see all desire, all the potential conflict, all points of compromise throughout the solar system. I sent instructions for all manner of human endeavor through sermons delivered by keepers throughout the ages.
Right.
And from the smallest ripples of wisdom that was sent from this spire, returned a perpetual wave of good fortune that moved humanity onto a more orderly path.
Wow. Look at that.
Pretty.
So, what happened? It sounds like things were perfect.
Ah, yes. Perfect. It was the wishes that led me to think hard about the notion of perfect. Without conflict and struggle, people were losing their desire. They had nothing to overcome, to strive for.
You shut yourself down.
Yeah.
I believed I was standing in your way.
Oh, look, beacons.
So you will be leaving again.
These beacons are meant to call humanity back to me. But whether or not they should is not my choice to make.
Who chooses then?
You, Addy, are the first keeper to grace this spire in the past 1,000 years. Do you recall that yellow bloom you chose in my garden? It stood alongside so many others just like it. I'm not sure it suits you after all. An insatiable curiosity drives you to explore. You took the time to listen to the voices of so many who traveled here. You used mind over ladder. And you play the theremin wonderfully.
Thank you.
You, Addy, are precisely what I'd hoped humans could become again. For a millennium, people from all corners of the solar system had come here to tell me their desires. So, I put it to you, Addy. Do you wish for me to return?
Good question. Oh, do I not get? Is that's where you're going to cut it? That's where you're going to end it? With the I don't know. Wow, that's where they're going to end it. Okay, an open ending. I like it. I like it. I like it. That is a very, very good game. That is a very, very, very good game. I am impressed by Return to Grace. That was really good. I loved the story. I loved the lore that was built in. I love the way that it makes you think, makes you choose your path. There's a lot of games that will have you pick your path, but it doesn't really matter. This one, every choice felt like it mattered. You were actually making a meaningful decision. I like the open-endedness of it. I think this is a great game, and for only a couple of hours long. I mean, there's no reason not to try it. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments if you'd like to play this game, if you liked the game, if you thought maybe it wasn't that great. Let me know. Thank you, as always, for watching. If you have liked, please subscribe. Hey, hit that notification bell. And until next time, I'll see you when I see you. Bye. Is there anything post-credits? There is something post-credits.
Small excursion, she said. Follow a couple leads and then back to the books. I know I should be more assertive. It's for her safety, too. Not that she ever thinks about my safety.
Sorry, Alan.
All the signs were there at the Wagner site. Let me bake in the Mercury sun for 2 days. Doesn't seem so bad now. She could have at least shut the door behind her.
That's fun. Witnessed Alan's fate. There we go. Great game.